Hey, light workers and lurkers. This is Drayana Hathor, and today I want to talk about the mentality of witches and how they claim to be divine feminines. So, I'll start with explaining what a witch is. So, a witch is someone who plays, I ain't gonna say plays, that might be rude. Someone who does spell work, someone who practices witchcraft. So this person actually opened themselves up to spirits to be able to work with them to do spell work and witchcraft, as well as rituals with these spirits. So I'll get into what their purpose is with doing the spell work and witchcraft in a minute. I thought of doing this video because I had a little interaction with a witch yesterday. So this particular witch was offended by, I guess, my bluntness, a conversation that we had. You know, she got a little offended. Most women get offended by my bluntness. Like I don't bite my tongue. I'm very sharp and to the point. It's me. I'm not changing. It's who I am. So whatever. But she unsubscribed from my YouTube channel 2 weeks ago, probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. But obviously she's still been lurking. Now this particular witch is a voodoo practitioner. So she's definitely a witch, and I say stuff openly about witches on my channel, and it's witches that have been subscribed to me, and I'm not gonna bite my tongue. I'm still gonna say what I want to say. If you choose to be around, then you be around. If not, but we can still be cordial. And I was being cordial towards this particular witch, along with another one that was her friend. Well, 2 weeks, probably close to 3 weeks, she unsubscribed from my channel because she got offended or got in her feelings. So she's still like kind of been around. So today, yesterday, she commented on something I was talking about, witches. So me and her had, I looked at it like a little, friendly debate, but I didn't bite my tongue. So she got offended by some of the things that I said. But the point in me telling the story is because she pulled a very manipulative move. So she was saying stuff and I was saying stuff, but the stuff that I was saying was basically calling her out, witchcraft out. Like saying, what it is, and she was highly taken aback. So instead of just taking what I was saying and maybe learning from it, the karmics don't learn, she decided to lie and manipulate and say that I was deleting her comments. Now she was commenting under my post, but I was commenting under her comments. So she kept saying, you keep deleting my comments, that's weak, why are you deleting my comments? She was deleting her own comments to take what I was saying from up under her post. So I'm taking this time right now. This is like my inspiration to get out what I was saying, since she wanted to delete my comments, gaslight me into saying that I was deleting her comments when I was not deleting anything. And, being manipulative, because witches are manipulative. Witchcraft is manipulation in itself, is very manipulative. So the character traits that witches have at the core, like when God made witches, a large percentage of the ingredients was manipulation. That's their MO. So I'm going to go ahead and say what I was saying. The comments that I was saying that she deleted, telling me that I was deleting them because she didn't want them to stay on my page. So I'm going to go ahead and say what I was saying in the comments that she did not want to stay there, that she deleted. So the first thing I want to say is witches don't have faith in the Most High God. Whatever you want to call them, the Creator God. Witches don't they don't have faith in them. They don't believe in them. They worship everything and everyone else outside of Him. And I say that because from the witches that I've encountered, especially on YouTube, they worship Orishas. They worship Oshun. They worship Oya. All these Orishas, all these African Orishas, they worship. But you barely hear them talk about God. You hear people talk more passionately about Jesus than you hear people talk about God. That's a whole other thing when I talk about Christianity. If we're talking about this particular religion, because both of them are, we're talking about witchcraft. So they don't worship the Most High God. So yeah, they have zero faith, and that faith, that zero faith shows in the thought of doing witchcraft to even begin with. So they do witchcraft in order to get the things that they want. So they work with spirits to try, to do witchcraft. Like, say they want to get some money, so they'll work with the spirits, and the spirit to somebody that they might know that might have it, or some kind of way manipulate somebody into putting a bug in their ear to give them money. They manipulate spirits to get people to fall in love with them. Well, they manipulate people. They don't manipulate spirits, but they use spirits, because there is no witchcraft without spirits. They work with hand in hand with spirits. Spirits get a cut because, well, they get fulfillment out of it because they have a purpose. So working with them and giving purpose, it gives them, like, they can live vicariously through them. So it's like a give and take between them and the spirits that they work with. But yeah, they harvest people's energy with spirits. They, especially when they have YouTube channels, they try to falsely portray themselves as being greater than what they are. And if people believe it, is feeding into their egos, feeding into their energy, and let alone the money that they can make depending on how popular they can become by pretending to be a divine being, or pretending to have spiritual rank, significance of spiritual rank when they don't. Another thing is the spirits don't have any rank. The spirits do not, they don't respect the creator God. They don't respect the Most High God, because if they did, they would respect universal law and Ma'at. They would not be sitting doing the same, they like doing the same thing that the karmic readers are doing. So they don't respect, anything either. All of them are low vibe. All of them are karmic. The Orishas and the deities that they worship are popular witches. Those spirits live lifetimes here on Earth doing the same things that these people are doing now. Is a cycle. So those popular Orishas and popular deities were once on this planet popular. They have names, and then some of the spirits that people work with are not popular. They just, might be family members or people that they think are, their ancestors or whatever. But the spirits have no respect, and they don't believe in universal law or anything like that either. It's like the Wild Wild West. So they chose spirituality, whether even if it runs in their family. They chose spirituality. And some of them, it didn't run in their family, they just chose it. But some of them, it was like taught to them through family or whatever like that. But they actually took the initiative to get initiated into these covens and stuff, versus a divine being being awakened into it. Like, I had no idea that I was going to awaken and what I'm called to do, But these people, they go because they have some kind of awakening, but it's not to the magnitude of a divine being. They awaken, they know about spirituality, they know about spirits however they know, and they go and join different covens and different things like that. But people, divine beings, like, I knew a little something, but that wasn't my life. My life totally did a 180 since my awakening. And you know, it's like kind of like you get called into action, or you get called into to duty without any any heads up. But these people actually went out to they wanted to on their own um to be in the covens. Some of them do claim to be covenless. Some of them claim that they're not a part of no coven, they're not a part of no cult. But at the end of the day, once they serve a particular deity whoever they decide to choose, they are still interconnected spiritually or on a soul level. So from what I heard another woman or a tarot reader say is that like when like say somebody want to do magic on somebody and they look up their name and they do cards, like the spirit will let them know like no, they are part of this coven, or they've been initiated into a coven. They've been through initiation. Now sometimes they do still attack each other because there's no honor amongst thieves, but they all are intertwined once they've been initiated by a spirit, whatever kind of process they do, even if they don't once they are under once they're initiated under a deity, they are part of that deity's coven or whatever, regardless of whether they know everybody that's a part or not. They are not going to know everybody because these people are all over the world. And I can kind of describe it like slaves on a plantation, or slaves that's a part of a certain family. So this brother had slaves, that brother had slaves. The slaves don't know each other, but they all under the umbrella of that family. Kind of, it's like slaves on a plantation type of situation, whether they claim to be a lone wolf or not. So the spirits that they work with also work under the deities that they are under. So say, they're working under Oshun. Whatever spirit they working with is under Oshun as well. Now how high up, and none of them really up, but I guess up on the lower level, the spirit is, the more, rank and pull it has. But most of this, the spirits that they work with are under the deity that they are under. They don't work directly with none of those deities at all. Not the average. Now people say that people say that Beyonce thinks that she's Oshun. Now I would believe if she worked directly under her, because she's appealing. Like I can see why Oshun would find her appealing, but the average witchy witch, they're working under the deity with spirits that's under that deity. Those spirits worship that deity as well. I like to talk about the rituals, as I see in tarot readings, a lot of readers will tell you, like I saw Tiara's tarot tell people to put black salt here and do this and that. When you do rituals, even though most people probably don't know, you're inviting spirits in to protect you. So even though you think you might be doing it to keep spirits out, you're inviting them in to protect you. So you don't need, if you are of the light, you don't need to do any rituals. You're already protected. So yeah, it's not as simple as you just doing it to keep anything out. You're inviting them in by doing rituals to protect you. You're asking them to protect you. Like I say, the energy harvesting off people's energy, that's something that goes on rampant on YouTube. The spell work, I already touched that. The manipulation is all about manipulation. It's all about it. Like, they know that they don't have any good karma coming in. Because when you live lifetimes, like say last lifetime I lived and I built up a bunch of good karma. So once my lifetime ended and I start my new, that good karma that I built up from past lifetimes comes with me. Now, if you're karmic, You haven't built up any good karma. You haven't done any good. All you have done is manipulation. And they know that, even if they don't know subconsciously, they know it. Even if they don't know it consciously, they know it subconsciously. So they use manipulation to try to get what they know is not coming to them. They know they don't have an inheritance coming to them for the payoff for the good work that they've done. They know that. They know that they just have to steal. They don't have to do anything, but they feel like they have to steal and take and manipulate to get what they want, because they haven't worked for anything. They haven't earned any good karma. They know that they won't attract abundance, because like I said, like, that comes to you for your good deeds or just being a good person. That's how karma works. So you put out good energy, you're a good person, you get that back. They don't put anything out, so they don't have anything coming back. They have to take to get what they want, or they feel like they have to take to get what they want. So it's all based off of manipulation. They are very manipulative. Like, I could not be a friend with a witch, because the fiber of their beings is threaded in and out with manipulation. Is at the core of them, just to be manipulative. That's just the way they are. So I wouldn't be a friends with a witch. I can be cordial, because if you're not being rude to me, I won't be rude to you. But I don't trust witches. And they definitely don't hold any significant spiritual rank, and they are not divine beings. They are of this world. And one thing I like to talk about is, if you feel the way you can know that you're not from this world and you're just here to learn lessons, because a lot of people might not identify or feel like they are from here, or might feel like it's just a messed up place. It's because you're not from here. So the people that are really from here are the most comfortable. They are the most attached to worldly things. They're mostly attached to the physical. They're attached to money. They're attached to just the physical, even down to being attached to religion, like just wanting to be tied to something instead of feeling like safe and comfortable and whole within themselves, like they don't need anything or anyone else outside of themselves. They're the people that are of this worldly people. If you feel like you don't fit in, or just this world is messed up, most likely you're here to learn lessons. You're not of this world. But witches are. And I also would like to say that divine beings are not of this world. And divine beings most definitely don't work with spirits. We don't open ourselves up to spirits. We don't do any of those things because we don't have to. So I think that's all I want to talk about. If I think of anything else, I might come back on. But I think that's it. So like, subscribe, and share. And I'll get back with you later. Bye.